High school volleyball is back on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. Tonight from Muncie Central and the Muncie Fieldhouse, the championship game of this 4A regional as the Noblesville Millers take on the Yorktown Tigers. Good evening and hi again, everyone. Brian Beaver along with you again tonight as we get set to settle this one on the floor. One of these teams will go to the 4A state tournament Final Four after this match tonight. Will it be the 23-13 Millers or the 35-2 Tigers? Find out over the next 90 minutes or so. You look at how these teams got here today. Both won their way in. Noblesville dropped game one to Carroll's 25-17, but then rolled off 3 wins in a row, 25-9, 25-19, 25-14 to win 3-1, and advanced to this showdown with Yorktown. All the Tigers did is take care of Zionsville 3-zip, 25-23, 28-26, 25-14. Yorktown is cooking. These two teams have played this season. They played back in September. Yorktown beat Noblesville that day 3-1. So this is a rematch and a chance for Noblesville to pull off what most people would probably think of as an upset if they can win this match. But you decide games on the floor, not online and not on paper. And Noblesville played really, really well in games 2, 3, and 4 in their semifinal win over Carroll. You don't hold a team of Carroll's caliber to 9 points in a game without playing really well. And the Millers were humming in game 2 of that semifinal matchup with the Chargers this morning. Yorktown is playing great right now. They're hitting on all 8 cylinders. They have their Bella Rosenthal back, playing with a bad wheel, but she's hardly missed a step. No pun intended. She's playing great, and they'll need her again tonight. She had 50 assists when these two teams played back on September 11th. So that was an interesting match. Yorktown was typical Yorktown that night. They had 3 players with double-digit kills, Searing with 11, Knuckles with 14, Miller with 13. And do you think about Noblesville, their primary weapon and hitter, Alexia Almaldivar? She had 15 kills in that September 11th match against Yorktown. So she's a sensational player, only a sophomore. She does everything well. She attacks from the front row, the back row. She had a few aces this morning. She's an all-around outstanding player for head coach Steve Hawthorne. So this will not be a cakewalk at all. And if Yorktown thinks it will be, they'll find some trouble here tonight. Tigers are on the floor going through their warm-up period right now. We're not very far away from getting this started. This is a 7 o'clock scheduled start. We should be very close to being right on time with that tonight. Great having you along. Thanks for joining us today. We've had great response, over 100 listens to the first round match for Yorktown today. And people in this part of Indiana love their volleyball, and for good reason. With all the outstanding club talent in this area and all the great high school teams, people just love to watch these girls get out and compete, and they get after it. And let me tell you, they are fierce when they hit the floor and get ready to go. So this should be a fantastic one. Noblesville and Yorktown. One's going on, one's going home later on this evening. Lots of good 4A teams are still in the field. Providence won today in the early going. Let's see, Crown Point won. Lawrence North won. Center Grove won. Was talking in the hospitality room that all the major players in 4A have won today. There haven't been many big upsets in the 4A tournament yet. So we're getting down to that time now. We're going to start to see a few teams get knocked off. But if you're still playing at this point in the tournament, you're pretty darn good. So if you get a chance to go out, watch volleyball next weekend, take the chance and go do it. The winner of this regional will play in either Plymouth or Frankfort next weekend in the semi-state. That remains to be seen. It'll be largely based on geography and shortening up trips if possible for the IHSAA teams that enter that semi-state. But win here tonight puts you in the Final Four in your class, and that ain't bad. That's awfully, awfully heady territory. We'll take our first break, come back, be ready for the introduction of the starting lineups and the rest of the players and our national anthem. All that lies ahead in the start of this one between Noblesville and Yorktown on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. You stay right there. We'll be right back.
From Jamestown to Jonesville, from North Salem to South Milford, from River Forest to Grass Creek. No matter where you live in Indiana, you can enjoy high school sports coverage at its very best on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. It's 35 powerhouse radio stations, Fox Sports Indiana, and the World Wide Web, combining their vast resources to blanket the state, the Midwest, and the world with the purest, most riveting presentation of high school sports in America. From Anderson to Attica, Kendallville to Kokomo, follow the high school sports that make our state great all season long. Thank you, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and welcome home.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in the classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. There's still a place. There's still a place where performance is enhanced by extra effort, not by performance-enhancing drugs. There's still a place where contracts are between coaches and players, and the terms are non-negotiable. There's still a place where an edge is something you gain by working harder than your opponent. There's still a place where sport is pure. That place is the high school in your community. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we believe that while competition can be fierce, it doesn't change the fact that it's only a game. The goal may be to win, but the point is to have fun. And if you want to be reminded of just how great sports can be when they're played the right way, then the place to be is at a high school sporting event in your community. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Welcome back to the Muncie Fieldhouse. I'm Brian Beaver. Thanks for joining us tonight for this regional championship match here on the Delco Preps channel. We're in the final minute of introductions and practice and warm-ups and all that good stuff, and about ready to clear the floor and announce both these teams and then get this one underway tonight on the Bill Harrow Court here in the 89-year-old Muncie Fieldhouse. We were talking earlier out front, Tom Line and I, and by the way, thanks to him and the rest of the folks here at Muncie Central for their fine hospitality. This is a venerable old building that's in need of some work, and they're going to have to raise a lot of money to fix it. Hopefully we can get this thing fixed, because it would be a shame to see it go away to the wrecking ball. So, Muncie, let's get it done. Teams are on the floor. Millers are already along the end line to my left. Yorktown breaking its huddle to my right and about to go out and line up. And Rob Fisher, who used to be baseball coach here at Central, is the PA announcer here. And when he begins, we'll let you listen in on the announcements. And here he is.
You see my love's early light
The Star Spangled Banner, now the team's ready to be introduced. Let's go back to Rob Fisher.
Championship match of the 4A Mid-City Central Regional. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly and courteously to the right review. Abusive language or disorderly conduct is unacceptable and not welcome at IHSA events. Let's afford the student athletes, coaches, officials, and your fellow fans the respect they deserve. Your cooperation is appreciated. Please enjoy your game. Time to meet the roster for tonight's championship match. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Noblesville Millers. Number 6, Lexi Amalgamar. Number 7, May Holly. Number 8, Stephanie Weissenberg. Number 9, Eva Nichols. Number 10, Claire Foster. Number 12, Rose Chris. Number 13, Alexa Roberts. Number 14, Olivia Kyle. Number 17, Grace Harris. Number 18, Miranda Etheridge. Number 19, Abby Brown. Number 23, Lexi Bowler. Number 28, Taylor Thompson. And number 33, Emily Kaiser. The Millers are coached by Steve Buckler. And now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Yorktown Tigers. Number 1, Mackenzie Apple. Number 2, Carly Matthews. Number 3, Courtney Watkins. Caitlin Johnson. Number 6, Ellie Simpson. Number 7, Kate Vincent. Number 8, Heidi Burr. Number 9, Ella Rosenthal. Number 10, Taken Seabury. Number 11, Hannah Alala. Number 12, Brittany Bates. Number 13, Ellie Miller. Number 15, Jay Morey. And number 16, Jalen Dunstable. The Tigers are coached by Stephanie Blue. Ladies, let's play volleyball.
Well, there you hear it. A good crowd here, as you would imagine. Yorktown had a short drive, about 10 minutes or so. The folks from Noblesville, better part of an hour to come up here, and most of them probably stayed in town for the rest of the afternoon after their first match of the day victory over Carroll. So we're all set to go. The teams are rocking. The people in the stands are rocking. We're all set for some high-level volleyball here tonight at the Muncie Fieldhouse. Can Noblesville win for the 24th time? Will it be Yorktown winning for the 36th time this season? We're going to find out in short order. Noblesville will be to my left, Yorktown to my right. Yorktown wearing green jerseys, black shorts. Noblesville all black. Black jerseys, black shorts. Their libero will wear the white jersey. The Yorktown libero, Kylie Murr, will wear the black jersey. The officials are in place to rock and roll here on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. You heard Rob Fisher tell the crowd Noblesville is the visiting team, Yorktown the home team. We're all ready for action. This should be a darn good match and another stiff test today for the Yorktown Tigers. Lineups have been added to the scorers table and we're all ready to go at just a handful of minutes after 7 o'clock. Yorktown will open the match with the serve. From right to left, it'll be senior Bella Rosenthal to do the honors for Yorktown. And here we go, we're underway. Good pass to the setter. They'll go to the far corner and a big swing, and it's driven out for a kill. 1-0. Noblesville in front. Yorktown trailed 1-0 in all 3 games in the semifinals. They play the first serve of the night, and they'll work it near side for a swing from Searing and a kill for Tegan, and it's 1-1. Searing with her first of many kills tonight. And back to serve, Kenzie Knuckles. Miller's on the attack. They go slide right side, and they drive down a kill on a winner off the right hand of Emily Kaiser. She makes it a 2-1 contest. Noblesville out in front in the early going. Millers have a lot of size up front, but so did Zionsville. Got to bring more than that to the table. Back to serve is Maddie Hine. Low worm burner. Yorktown leaves it for Knuckles from the back row attack. Millers have it up, and they'll play it to the far corner. Here's a big swing. Nice dig by Knuckles. Tigers attack again on the near corner here. Watkins can't get it down. Across the way. Millers go with a tip. Tigers play that one, no problem. Short set far side for Searing, and she pounds down a kill from the right corner, and we're tied at 2. 2 points for Yorktown, both. Ting and Searing kills. Kylie Murr back to serve in a 2-2 game 1. Hard and low to the back row. The set will come here for a little slide play. Tigers have it up easily. They'll go in the middle to Searing. Nice job keeping it off the floor by Noblesville. They go with a tip. They get a winner. Emily Kaiser found a dead spot to make it 3-2, Noblesville. Nice tip. That'll put the serve in the hands of Lexi Almaldivar, the outstanding sophomore. And here comes her jump serve. Tigers get it to Rosenthal. They'll set here on the near side for Watkins, and Courtney cashes in a big swing to make it 3-3. Side out Yorktown. First kill. Yorktown will serve it. Kate Vinson to do the honors. Deep to the middle back row. There's a short set in the middle. Another kill for Emily Kaiser. She has 3 already, and it's 4-3. Noblesville in front here in the early going. We've been tied at 1, 2, and 3. Yorktown scores here. They'll make it 4. Serve comes in play. Left back row. Set for the slide. Miller off the defense. Millers will play an easy roll back to Yorktown, and they play it too long anyway. Too long by Grace Harris. An attack error, and again, there we are. Tied at 4. Been tied at every digit. Tigers will bring Watkins out, and they'll send Ellie Stinson in, and Stinson will go back to serve. Stinson just a freshman, and when you're playing freshman ball at Yorktown, you're pretty darn good. Millers go inside. The shot off the defense, back to him. They'll play it again from the back row. Almaldivar can't get the roll down. Rosenthal will set here on the near pin, and bam! There go the lights out. Kenzie Knuckles with the first Kenzie bomb of the match to make it 5-4. Yorktown, their first lead of the night. Here comes Stinson with the next serve. Far side back row. They'll set inside, and a beautiful short set and a kill for Lexi Bowler. her first of the night, and we're tied at 5. Notice the trend there. This is going to be one of those nail biters here in the early going. Here comes the serve from Noblesville. Tigers have no problem with it, and they play it to Knuckles, whose shot is knocked over the net. She stuffs it back and gets it right back to Yorktown. Now they roll it back to Noblesville, who plays it to the far corner. They can't get it down. Tip kill attempt for Rosenthal. Millers play it. That should have been a carry against Noblesville. Wasn't called, and now a girl into that. Bella Rosenthal ran into the net for Yorktown. And back in front go the Millers at 6-5. That should have been a carry, was missed. Against Noblesville, they got a break. Next serve from Abby Brown. Rosenthal will back set it far side. Tip is right back over to Yorktown off the Millers. They'll play it again. Knuckles will two-hand set it across the net. Millers try to get a kill inside, can't do it. The shot from Lexi Bowler was snuffed out by the Yorktown block, and we're tied 6 apiece. Back to serve for the Tigers is Carly Matthews, a junior. Serves from the deep left corner. Goes middle back row with it. Set comes in the middle, tip toward the back row. Yorktown has it up, they attack. Big swing by Knuckles. She's got it down for another kill. Her shots just sound different. 7-6. She is, if there's a man among boys, she's a woman among girls. She's a college player in high school. Matthews next serve, almost an ace. Noblesville does a great job getting it off the floor. And there's a cross-court winner for a kill. Nice shot. Terrific shot. And we're tied at 7. We've been tied at every digit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now, 7 all. Here comes the serve from the Millers. Overpass from Knuckles. They'll get a gift. They try to get a free point, can't do it. Tigers get it right back. Knuckles again off the defense. Set goes to the far corner. Emaldivar can't get it down. Rosenthal sets here on the near corner. Tip by Knuckles. Millers handle it. They'll get another chance off the tip at the net. A third chance off the tip at the net. Far corner with it. Dig on a nice pass. Great shot, and now a great dig by Noblesville. Emaldivar drives it, can't get it down. Tigers on the attack with it. Knuckles creams another one. Knuckles went right down the middle from the left pin. She drags it right in. That makes it 8-7. Front. Bella Rosenthal with the serve. Goes right at the middle of the back row. The short set inside, and the shot down up the Yorktown defense for a point on a kill by Lexi Bowler up front. We're tied at 8. Just no margin for error here in game 1 for either team. Back to serve for the Millers is Brenna Everingham. Their libero. Tigers, little out of system on this attack. Searing will roll it too far out of bounds, and Noblesville is back in front, 9-8. Everingham, a senior. Here comes her jump serve. Into the net. Broadcaster kiss of death, and we're tied at 9. Here, the Noblesville people are right behind me. The Yorktown fans are on the other side of the floor. It's a great atmosphere. Knuckles to serve for Yorktown in a 9-9 game 1. Deep serve, nearly ate him up. Millers will have to go to Emaldivar, and she gets a kill down off the Yorktown block. Her first of the night. 10-9. Millers in front of Yorktown. One of these teams is going to the Final Four. Back to serve it is Maddie Hine. He's the setter for the Millers. Good pass off the receive. Sigging gets a swing but can't get it over. A good block at the net by Emily Kaiser, and it's 11-9. Biggest lead in game 1 at 2 points for Noblesville. They'll try to make it 3 here with Hine serving. Here it comes. She goes down the sideline, and it's out of bounds. A service error gives the free point to Yorktown. It's 11-10. Tigers have a chance to tie here on the side out with Kylie Murr to serve. Only one senior on this Yorktown roster, a bunch of seniors for Noblesville. Miller's attack to the far corner. They can't get it down. Now they do get it down. Off the deflection. Almaldivar gets another one. Give her 2 in the game. And a 12-10 lead for Noblesville. Teams seem to be feeling each other out a little bit. Here's the serve to Yorktown. Watkins to Rosenthal. Back set to Searing. Her shot is out of bounds into the crowd above me. Another kill for Searing. Her third makes it 12-11. And so the side out again to Yorktown. And a chance for the Tigers to get even here as they serve it. Well, that's going to be an ace. They could not get it back over the net. Could Millers? They were just out of system from the first attempt to play that serve, and we're tied. Midway through game 1 at 12 apiece. Yorktown looks for the lead. Set in the middle. Little tip. Nice dig by Yorktown. Tigers attack. They go to the back row to Knuckles. She'll two-hand push it back to Noblesville. Nice tip shot. Great dig by Knuckles. Here comes Yorktown. Big swing by Watkins. She drives it off the double team block for the kill on the point. Emily Kaiser and Grace Harris were there for Noblesville, but they couldn't get it. And it's 13-12. Yorktown in front on the Watkins kill. Millers play the serve. Set goes to a back row attack by Almaldivar. It's out of bounds too long. Yorktown with its biggest lead in game 1 at 14-12. And they get on these little spurts, and before you know it, they're 5 points ahead. Millers play it to the far side. Big swing, big kill. Off the right hand of Alexa Roberts. And it's 14-13, Yorktown in front. Side out for the Millers as they work it here and put the serve in the hands of Kayla Thompson. Number 28 on that black jersey. Here it comes to Yorktown. Good pass to Rosenthal. She'll set here on the near side. Millers overpass it. The tip is down. Comes right back over to Yorktown, but out of bounds. Millers couldn't handle it. It's a Sizzleberger and a Yorktown point. 15-13 Tigers. So we're at 15-13, heading for the ending of game 1 with Yorktown in front by 2, and serving it is number 6, Ellie Stinson. Millers go to the far pin. The swing is dug nicely by Yorktown. Battle at the net. It comes over to the north side. Kids over here from Noblesville. Yorktown will play it in the middle. Rosenthal tips it over. Millers have it again. They go short in the middle. Great dig by the Tigers. Yorktown attacks. Watkins with the swing. Great dig by Almaldivar. Tip shot on the far corner. Yorktown says, not in my house. They tip it back to the Millers. Here comes Noblesville. They go to middle attack again. Can't get it down. Yorktown, swing, kill. Kenzie Knuckles with a quarter pounder with cheese with some extra sauce. Thrown in for good measure. 16-13. Timeout Noblesville. Knuckles let it rip. Biggest boom of the night so far. We're headed for late round action in game 1. It's Yorktown 16, Noblesville 13 on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. Don't go away.
A wintry Friday night. A packed gymnasium in a tight-knit community. A shot taken. History made. A state of delirium? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the Muncie Fieldhouse. I'm Brian Beaver. We are headed for the late part of game 1. Yorktown leading 16-13. The first time out of the night called by Noblesville coach Steve Hawthorne, with Yorktown in the midst of one of those little spurts here. They've gotten 3 of the last 4 points. They serve it to the Millers, who go and put it in play in the middle. There's a little tip over to Yorktown. Great dig by Rosenthal to keep it alive. Tip back deep to Noblesville. They'll work the far pin. Nothing going on the antenna. Yorktown has it on the attack. Swing, attack by Knuckles. Violation against Yorktown to make it 16-14. Miller's back within 2. They'll serve it. Abby Brown to do the honors. The near corner, left to right. There it goes. Too long. Service error, cheap, easy point for the Tigers to make it 17-14. And when you're playing the best team in the state, you can't have errors like that. Carly Matthews will serve it for the Tigers as they close in late game 1 action, leading by 3. Deep serve comes to the back row. They're going to have to make lemonade out of that lemon, and it goes to the far pin and hits the antenna. It's out of play, 18-14 on the error. Yorktown leading by 4 now. See if Matthews can string together a few more. Here comes her jump serve. A knuckleball deep to the near corner. Noblesville had trouble with it. They tip it. Yorktown digs it. Rosenthal tips it. It's down for a tip kill. Off the hands of Brenna Everingham from Noblesville. Noblesville is going to have to deal with the tip kill. Rosenthal had 4 of them this afternoon. She picks up 1 there, and it's 19-14. Yorktown puts it in play. Noblesville works it for a back row swing from Amaldavar. Yorktown solves it. Here's a swing on the near corner and a violation from Yorktown against Bella Rosenthal. Official down here on the floor says she was across the line. 19-15 game. Noblesville trailing by 4 now on the side out. And the Millers to serve it. It's going to be Stephanie Meisenborg to do the job, and here it comes. Deep to the back row. Knuckles passes to Rosenthal. They set right back here on the corner for Knuckles, and she drives down a nail winner. Bam. 5 kills for Knuckles here in game 1. 20-15, Yorktown out in front by 5. Bella Rosenthal with the serve for the Tigers. Tuffy. There's a tip at the net. Tigers win the battle, get the ball back. Back set for Searing. She nails another one down the far sideline. Yorktown leads 21-15 on the kill from Tegan Searing. 4th of her game 1, and Rosenthal to serve it again, and we've got another timeout. Noblesville says, let me talk to my girls again. Steve Hawthorne says, come to the bench. We're late in game 1. Yorktown leads 21-15 on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. Don't go away.
A 50-50 ball. An elbow to the ribs. A sudden flash of tempers. In sports, anything can happen in the heat of the moment. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you that when cooler heads prevail, everybody wins. When the game heats up, will you keep your cool? This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
It's Yorktown out in front of Noblesville here late in game 1. Yorktown 21, Noblesville 15, and out of the second and final timeout for the Millers. Bella Rosenthal still serving for Yorktown as they close in on the end of game 1. Rosenthal puts it in play. The Millers will set it to the far corner. Easy swing and a soft kill that time into a dead zone by Alexia Maldavar. 3rd kill of her night, and it's a 21-16 game 1. Back to serve it for the Millers is Brenna Everingham, a senior. Libero jersey. Right in front of the Yorktown student section. Tigers play at the Rosenthal, tip set, and a violation called by the up official. A carry against Rosenthal, and it's 21-17. Uncharacteristic error by Bella. Everingham will get another chance to serve, and there she goes. Deep near corner. Murr passes to Rosenthal. They leave it for Knuckles in the middle, and she blasts another kill. 6 of them in game 1 for Knuckles. That makes it a 22-17 Yorktown lead. They're 3 points from claiming game 1 with Kenzie Knuckles back to serve. Millers play it from the back corner up to the setter. Slide play here near side. A nice play and a big arm swing and a kill. For Emily Kaiser, you hear the crowd behind me going nuts. That was a pretty play by the Millers. 22-18, side out, Noblesville. Nothing prettier than the slide play when it's well done. Back to serve it is Maddie Hine for Noblesville. Yorktown up to the setter, no trouble. They leave it for Searing, far corner. Good dig by Noblesville to get a shot on their far corner. This one is too strong, though. Too strong, too long. Alexia Maldivar. The point goes to Yorktown, and the Tigers have a 23-18 lead. Noblesville can't stop it now. They've used both their timeouts. Here comes the serve to them. Millers will go to the middle attack. Yorktown digs it cleanly. Here's a tip by Miller, and it's down in the deep back left corner. Ellie Miller, she's a smart cookie. She gets the kill, and it's 24-18 Yorktown. This is for game point in game one. You hear the crowd come to its feet across the way. Miller's got to score here. They go to the far corner, and Maldivar wipes it off the defense out of bounds to pick up the kill. She has 4 of them in game one, and they stay alive at 24-19. For how long? They avoid 1 game point. They need 5 more in a row. Here's the serve. Yorktown plays it up. Rosenthal will set it here in the middle. And a nice strike, a nice kill. Ellie Miller puts it away, and that's it in game one. Yorktown wins it 25-19. The Tigers lead the match 1-0. We'll take the break. Back with game 2 after this timeout on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. Don't go away.
From Jamestown to Jonesville, from North Salem to South Milford, from River Forest to Grass Creek. No matter where you live in Indiana, you can enjoy high school sports coverage at its very best on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. It's 35 powerhouse radio stations, Fox Sports Indiana, and the World Wide Web, combining their vast resources to blanket the state, the Midwest, and the world with the purest, most riveting presentation of high school sports in America. From Anderson to Attica, Kendallville to Kokomo, follow the high school sports that make our state great all season long. Thank you, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and welcome home.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Ah, let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history. Oh, I love world history. Baseball? Wait. Baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. Just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Wow. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Muncie Fieldhouse. Brian Beaver along with you tonight. Yorktown takes game 1 by a score of 25-19. They lead the match 1-0. We move now to set 2. Flip the floor. Yorktown on my left on the east end of the stadium. To the west go the Millers of Noblesville. Unofficially, in that first game, 6 kills for Kenzie Knuckles, 4 kills for Tegan Searing for Yorktown. On the other side of the court, Lexia Maldivar with 4, Emily Kaiser with 4 unofficially for the Millers of Noblesville. So Yorktown survived an early challenge. That first game was tied at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And Noblesville led as late as 12-11, but after the 12-all tie, Yorktown scored 13 points the rest of the way, and the Millers scored 7, so they doubled them up the rest of the way. They finally solved them. So we'll start game 2 with the Millers to take the ball and the serve, and it'll start with number 8, Stephanie Meisenborg, one of their many seniors. 9 seniors on this Noblesville team. There were 9 seniors on the Zionsville team earlier today. Taking Searing will get the first swing of game 2. Millers have it up. They'll attack here on the near pin. Dug by Rosenthal. Bump set here on the near corner for Searing. First shot handled and an overpass on the dig, and Kenzie Knuckles goes up and says, have some of that. And a 1-0 Yorktown lead. This is the first time today that Yorktown has led 1-0 to start a game. They've been behind every other game and won them all. Knuckles to serve. Well, that's a toughie to the back corner. Millers will set here on the near swing and the near pin, and a cash-in kill on the corner by Alexia Maldivar, who gets her 5th of the night to tie the game at 1-1. Good-looking sophomore. Not anything she can't do on the court. Yorktown waits for the set. They can't even do that because the serve is in the net. By Brenna Everingham, the service error gives Yorktown a 2-1 lead. Back to service, Kylie Murr of Yorktown. Deep middle of back row, and it's an ace. They can't get a pass to the setter. Maddie Hine, the setter, raced her fanny off over here trying to get to it, but couldn't do it. And Murr has the ace. I believe that's the first of the night for Yorktown. It might be the first for either team. This time the Millers play it better. They'll attack here on the near corner. Amaldivar's shot is snuffed out by the Tiger defense. Over to the Millers. They'll go to the middle. Great dig by Rosenthal. Second dig by Murr, but the third one couldn't be dug. And it's a point for the Millers. And it's 3-2. Another serve into the net. It grazed it, went over. It's in for an ace by Noblesville. Wow, Maddie Hine picks up the cheap garbage ace, and we're tied at 3. She'll serve it again. This one is a little bit long. Good defensive decision by Knuckles there to let it go to make it 4-3 Yorktown. And back to serve it for the Tigers is Kate Vinson, a sophomore. Millers overpass the pass to their setter, and it's a tip kill and a snuff kill for Ellie Miller of Yorktown, who just went up and pushed it down. Her third kill to make it 5-3, Yorktown in front. Next serve to the Millers is a toughie, but they get it up off the floor. Big swing on the corner, and another kill by Amaldivar. Knuckles laid out, tried to get it, couldn't do it. 6 kills for Amaldivar. It's a 5-4 Yorktown lead. Tigers waiting on this serve, and it's a low, slow serve dug by Murr beautifully. There's a swing from the back row by Knuckles, but it's out of bounds. And we're tied at 5 here in game 2. Noblesville serving for a potential lead. Murr passes to Rosenthal. Forearm pass and backward to keep it in play. They give a free ball to the Millers. Here they come to the corner. The shot is snuffed out. Yorktown has it. Bella Rosenthal sets for Miller. Her tip is nearly down. Great dig to keep it alive by Noblesville. Yorktown attacks again. Slide for Miller. It's off the defense. Right back to the Tigers. They'll work the far corner. Watkins with the swing. Great dig by the Millers. Outstanding rally. Here's a shot in the net. The Millers have an error. Alexa Roberts couldn't get it over the net. Yorktown wins that long, hard-fought battle to win the point and take the lead back at 6-5. Wow. Here comes the next serve from Stinson. Millers have it up to their setter, Hines. They'll bring it here to the near corner. Great dig by Yorktown. Rosenthal tips it. She's got a kill. Off the hands of Maddie Hine. Bella is awfully smart with that tip kill. Her second, and it's 7-5. Yorktown in front. Stinson to serve again. Near deep corner. Millers have trouble with it. They'll get a little roll shot, but Yorktown can play that in their sleep. Miller from the middle. Great dig by the Millers to give themselves a chance. They can't score it. Great dig to keep it off the floor. Over to Yorktown and back over to Noblesville. Here's a tip. Tigers have it. They'll work it in the middle. Great dig, tip by Miller. Noblesville keeps it alive on a roll, and they get it down in the back row. A diving attempt to keep it in play. Can't get it done by Ellie Stinson. Another great rally. It's 7-6. Wow, what action in this one. Kayla Thompson to serve for Noblesville. Here it comes to the back row. Good pass. Rosenthal sets near side. Tipped by Miller. She can't get it down. Great defense by Noblesville. They play it back to Yorktown. Far side for Knuckles. Her tip is saved. Millers will play it on the far corner. Here's a pass that's too close to the net. Millers couldn't get it over. Their error costs them a point, and it's 8-6. Yorktown out in front. Carly Matthews will do the serving for Yorktown. Tigers out in front by 2. Matthews serves from the far corner. That's the deep left corner. Tuffy played just off the floor. Millers go in the middle. They get a kill on a big swing by Alexi Bowler. 3 kills for her. We're back to a 1-point game at 8-7. Yorktown in front. Side out Millers. Chance for them to tie if they can score here. Here comes the serve. Yorktown plays it. Rosenthal will go far corner for Knuckles. She hits a quarter pounder with cheese again. Down the sideline. 9-7 on the kill from Knuckles, her 8th in the match. Yorktown leads it 9-7. Sometimes it just ain't fair. Rosenthal serving for the Tigers. The Millers play it up easily. They go to the slide. And a nice swing and a kill off the defense. Give the kill to Lexi Bowler. They run that slide for her every now and then, and she buries it to make it 9-8. Another side out for the Millers and a chance for them to tie if they can score here, trailing 9-8. Serve is a party balloon serve. Rosenthal will play at far corner for Searing. She drives it off a defender all the way to the crowd, but Noblesville keeps it in play. They backward roll it to Yorktown. Rosenthal, back set for Searing. Kaboom! She flushes it. Beautiful cross-corner winner, corner to corner. Wow. 5 kills for Searing. 10-8. Yorktown, that was pretty. Both these teams are playing awfully well. Kenzie Knuckles will serve it for the Tigers. And she goes deep and hard to the back row, and it's an ace. A misplay by Stephanie Meisenborg. She didn't know whether to play it or let it go, and it ate her alive. Knuckles with the ace. Yorktown has 2 of those. The only ones in the match. It's 11-8. Tigers in front. Tough serve again. Millers play it better this time. They tip it right off the defense back to them. Now Yorktown has it. Rosenthal sets in the middle. Tip off the defense back to Yorktown, and it's down for a Millers point. Kenzie Knuckles ended up near the Yorktown bench on a dive. Couldn't get to it. 11-9 is the score with Yorktown out in front, but Noblesville serving. Brenna Everingham to do the honors. Here she comes with it. High, down on the attack line. Rosenthal tips it. Searing can't get it over. It's off the defense. The block goes to Emily Kaiser of Noblesville. And we're back to a 1-point game at 11-10 here in game 2. Yorktown leads the match 1-0. Another short serve. This one grazes the net. Tigers play it cleanly. Tip to the deep back row. Now the Millers attack here on the near corner. Another tip. This time Yorktown digs it. Set far side. Watkins with the swing. Won't go down. Millers have it. Driven off the block and back down at him for the kill. Yorktown gets a snuff block from Searing. 12-10. Tigers have a 2-point lead here in the middle portion of game 2. Kylie Murta serve it. She goes to the back middle. They'll go slide play right. Yorktown can't dig the shot. Off the hand of Emily Kaiser, her 5th kill for Noblesville. And we're back to a 1-point contest at 12-11. Yorktown has led since 5-5. They get the lead at 6-5 and has had it ever since. Rosenthal sets. Nice tip by Miller. Millers handle it easily. They tip it back to Knuckles. Yorktown attacks with it. Searing on the right corner. She can't get it down. Millers will work their offense here on the near post. They can't get it down. A whistle and a violation on a carry. Yorktown with the cheap point. They lead at 13-11 halfway through game 2. Tigers will serve to the Millers with Kate Vinson holding the ball. So serve it. Millers play it to their setter, Hines. Set here near corner. Bam. Big, high, hard one by Amaldivar, but it's just out of bounds on the sideline. 14-11. Yorktown's got that three-point cushion. Back to serve it is Vinson. Millers will play it on the slide to the back set. Can't get it down on the right side, but they get it right back off the defensive deflection. They tip it to Yorktown. Tigers attack. Miller with a swing. She's got it down for another kill. Ellie Miller buries it. Her timeout, Noblesville. We're in the middle part of game 2. Yorktown leads the Millers 15-11 on Beaver Media and on the Del Go Preps channel. Don't go away.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. Includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We're in game 2 of the regional final. It's Yorktown out in front of Noblesville 15-11. Steve Hawthorne called his first timeout of game 2, trailing Yorktown by 4. Trailing Yorktown in the match, 1-0. We're all set to resume with Yorktown's Kate Vinson still serving. Left to right in your imagination. There it goes. Tuffy. Millers have it up in the middle. The attack can't get a point. Yorktown gave an easy one away. No one played the second touch. I've got it, you take it for an easy point for Noblesville, and it's 15-12, and that's a rare mistake by the Yorktown offense. Back to serve it for Noblesville is Lexia Maldivar. Short little set just over the front of the net. Watkins will get a swing. It's off the defense back to Yorktown. They can't play it cleanly. So a nice block by the Millers, and they're back within 2 at 15-13. Amaldivar to serve it again. Goes with it. Short, right in the middle of the court. Knuckles plays it to Rosenthal. Back set for Miller on the slide. She can't get it down. Miller's attack from the back row. Amaldivar can't get it down. Tigers again to Miller. She can't get it down. What a rally. Set here on the near pin. Yorktown blocks it. Twice they block it. It's over the net but out of bounds on an attempt by Watkins to keep it alive. And that's a good rally for Noblesville, and the Millers are within a point at 15-14. Timeout Yorktown. Middle part of game 2. That's 3 straight points for Noblesville. Stephanie Bloom says, give me a timeout. 15-14. Yorktown over Noblesville on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Play resuming now in game 2 following the Yorktown timeout. In a 15-14 game, Yorktown leading, but Noblesville can tie here if they can score. They serve it to Yorktown, and Tigers play it from the middle back row. Rosenthal with a bump set to the back row attack for Knuckles. The Millers have it in play, and they'll attack on the right corner. They can't get it down. Rosenthal again for the Tigers. Watkins from the left corner. No go. Noblesville with an attack in the middle. They mistime the short set to Emily Kaiser, and Yorktown picks up the easy point at 16-14. And you'll take them any way you can get them. 2-point lead for Yorktown. They'll serve it. Ellie Stinson will do it. She goes to the left back corner. Millers will play it up here on the near side corner. Great dig attempt by Yorktown's Ellie Stinson, but she can't clean it up. And Noblesville scores a point, and it's 16-15. Millers look for the tie with Kayla Thompson serving right to left. Here it comes. Knuckles plays it to Rosenthal. They'll give it here to Miller. She can't get it down. Millers will set it out here on the near pin. Tigers defend it. Nice tip kill attempt by Rosenthal. Millers solve it. Off the block, back to Noblesville again. They'll attack in the middle. Little out of system there. Rosenthal set in the middle for Miller. First shot is down off the block for a kill. Right in the middle of the court to make it 17-15. Ellie has 5 kills here early in the match. And the Tigers lead at 17-15. They'll give the service honors to Carly Matthews. Carly with a jump serve. It goes deep to the back row. Hines will bump set it for her teammate on the left pin. They can't get it down. Swing. Alexa Roberts couldn't get it. Good block by Yorktown to get that 3-point lead back at 18-15. Wow. Matthews to serve again. This time to the left back row. An overpass, an out of system, and a violation against Noblesville on the carry. It's a 19-15 game. Millers will run. Maddie Hine back in there and bring out Rose Christ. So this is where Yorktown puts you away. They got a 4-point lead now at 19-15, and you're in trouble if you're the other team. Here's the set inside, off the block, right back to the Millers. They'll try it again on the near corner. Great dig by Knuckles. Another great dig to keep it in play. They roll it back over. Here comes Noblesville attacking. They swing. They can't get it down. Knuckles with a great tip. She kills it in the back row, and look at this Yorktown bench. You think they don't want to win? 5 players up to applaud that great play. 20-15. Great heady move by Knuckles. Her 9th kill. Matthews to serve it again at 20-15. Noblesville struggles to keep it in play. They set near corner. Dug easily by the Tigers. Rosenthal with a tip to the back row for a kill. Another one. 3 by Rosenthal already, and it's 21-15. And Uncle Mo has put on a green jersey. Tigers are within 4, having a 2-0 lead. Matthews, nearly an ace. Out of system is Noblesville. They can't get it over the net. Yorktown scores again, and it's 22-15. Timeout, Noblesville. We're late in game 2. Yorktown close to putting it away. It's the Tigers 22, the Millers 15 on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. We're late in game 2 off the Noblesville timeout. Yorktown leads Noblesville 22-15. They lead the match 1-0. It could be 2-0 in just a matter of moments. Carly Matthews is back to serve for Yorktown with a 7-point lead. Noblesville needs a bunch in a hurry just to get back in it. Deep near back corner serve. Noblesville attacks. Yorktown digs it easily. Bump set will go back row to Knuckles, who rolls it backward to the Millers. Noblesville attacks far pin. They can't get it down, but it's off the defense. Back to the Millers. They try again this side. Big swing. Big kill from the left corner by Alexa Roberts. Her 2nd kill of the night, and that makes it 22-16. Millers are still down by 6, but they've got a side out and a chance now. Abby Brown to serve for the Millers. They need about 8 points in a row to make this interesting. Yorktown looking to close them out late in game 2. Tigers attack. Nice pass to Rosenthal. She sets for Knuckles. Boom, boom, out go the lights, but just out of bounds off the far sideline. Hitting error for Knuckles. Point for Noblesville. 22-17. Tigers waiting on the next serve from Noblesville. Here it comes from Brown. Played over to Rosenthal. Tipped by Knuckles. Great on the run. Dig to keep it alive by Noblesville. They try a back row kill. They can't get it. Far side for Knuckles. She tips over the D. Millers have it in play. A whistle and a violation. A double contact. And it's 23-17. Yorktown out in front. They're 2 points away from a commanding 2-0 lead. Bella Rosenthal will serve it for the girls in green. Only senior on the court for Yorktown. She serves it in the net. That makes it 23-18. Going back to serve for Noblesville is Stephanie Meisenborg. She serves from the extreme left corner. Let's see where she goes with it. She'll bring it down the near sideline. Easy pass for Knuckles to Rosenthal. They go back to Knuckles. It's off the block, out of bounds. Kill for Knuckles. Yorktown is at game point, 24-18. On the 10th kill of the night by the great Kenzie Knuckles, who is serving for the game and a 2-0 match lead. Overpass on the return. Watkins stuffs it down for the kill, and Yorktown has won game 2. The final score, Yorktown 25, Noblesville 18. That'll do it for game 2, and it's a 2-0 match lead for the number 1 Yorktown Tigers. They're playing fantastic again. What else is new? We go to the break. Yorktown out in front, 2-0 over Noblesville on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. You stay right there.
Have you heard? Winning isn't everything. Championships are great, but there's more to sports than separating the world into winners and losers. The way we play matters too. The choice is simple. You can choose gamesmanship, or you can choose sportsmanship. Gamesmanship is another way of saying whatever it takes. You know the types. They taunt their opponents. Throw the occasional elbow for good measure. Whatever it takes to gain the upper hand. Sportsmanship relies less on underhanded tactics and more on things like strategy, skill, and smarts. It's less about stooping to trickery and more about rising to the occasion. Gamesmanship or sportsmanship? Both can lead to victory, but only one represents the true measure of a champion. Play like a champion. Practice sportsmanship. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Have you noticed? Sports today are different. Today's athletes are bigger and stronger. They run faster, jump higher, and hit harder than ever before. But there is one thing that hasn't changed about sports, and that's the importance of practicing sportsmanship. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we like to remind you that winning isn't everything. The way you play matters, and a true champion plays the game with respect. For the opponent, for the coaches, and for the officials. True champions practice sportsmanship with the same degree of intensity that they play the games themselves. Sports may evolve, athletes may change, but the mark of a true champion will always be the same. Play like a champion. Practice sportsmanship. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to Muncie Fieldhouse. Brian Beaver along with you as we move to Game 3, and it's win the rest of the way or call it a season for Noblesville as Yorktown has taken the first 2 sets of this regional championship match tonight. Game 1, 25-19 Yorktown. Game 2, 25-18 Yorktown. Unofficial stats, Kenzie Knuckles, 10 kills and an ace for Yorktown. Tegan Siring, 5 kills for Yorktown. 5 more for Ellie Miller. On the other side of the fence, 6 kills for Alexia Maldivar, and I see 5 for Emily Kaiser. So the Millers are in deep trouble. Trailing 2-0, but 2 never won anything. You got to win out. Yorktown better not take their foot off the gas. Teams are all set after flipping the floor. Yorktown will be on the right, and Noblesville on the left side of the net. Yorktown smelling that regional championship and a trip to the Final Four. They'll start this one in game 3 with Bella Rosenthal to do the serving. First one is nearly on the floor. Great play to keep it off the floor by Noblesville. And they get a kill to open things here in game 3 from Lexia Maldivar. Millers. Side out for the girls from Noblesville. They'll serve it with Brenna Evernham. High, short serve. Rosenthal will get it from Searing, leaves it for Knuckles. Noblesville keeps it alive. They'll roll it back to Yorktown. Rosenthal will set near side. Knuckles with a big drive, kept alive on a nice play by Meisenborg. Noblesville rolls it back to Yorktown. Tigers attack again. This time, Searing catches in the kill from the right corner. Searing with 6 kills. She's been a little on the quiet side. And we're tied at 1 apiece early in game 3. Knuckles will serve it for the Tigers as they look for a sweep in the championship match. Deep back row. They let it go, and it's down for an ace. 2 girls from Noblesville in the back row thought it was going to be long. It was not. Knuckles got it down for her second ace, and Yorktown leads it 2-1. Here comes Knuckles with another serve, just over the net. The overpass is stuffed down, right back over to Yorktown, and they'll give it right back on a push to the Millers. There's a shot, a soft kill from the left corner by Maldivar. 8 kills for Lexi. We're tied at 2 apiece. She's an outstanding player. Smart move that time. You take what they give you sometimes. Back to serve for Noblesville is Maddie Hine, one of their seniors. Little jump serve. She goes to the middle back row right at Knuckles. The set is for Searing on the corner. Dug nicely behind for Noblesville. The Maldivar shot is snuffed out. Yorktown will play it. Knuckles with a 2-hand push. Millers will play it on a bump set here to the near corner. Yorktown no trouble with it. Rosenthal sits near side. Swing by Watkins off the block. Right back to Yorktown. Searing with a shot. Again dug by the Millers. They'll bump set it far side. Maldivar tries to tip. Can't get it over the net. I could read her lips. Oh, my God. She couldn't believe she left it 2 feet short. It's 3-2 Yorktown. Even the best player makes an occasional error, and she's a sensational player. Kylie Murtis served for Yorktown as they lead here 3-2. Noblesville bump sets to the far corner, and Maldivar's shot is snuffed out on a solo block by Ellie Miller. And it's 4-2 Yorktown. Nice block by Ellie. One of the latest members of that great Miller athletic family in Yorktown. Man, can they play. Miller's on the attack, trailing. The Maldivar shot is down, will run their offense. Here's a tip from Miller. Great dig, but it's out of bounds. Maddie Hine made a great hustle play, but it ended up in the stands. And Yorktown with a little spurt. Here we go again at 5-2. And the sun rises in the east. Murtis serve it again. There it goes to the deep back corner. Set in the middle. Yorktown plays the shot off the floor. Here they go, rolling it back to Noblesville. Miller's attack. They'll attack to the far corner. You heard that one from Maldivar, but a great dig by Murr. Knuckles will send it back over to Noblesville. Great point brewing here. Far side tip set. It's off the block. Right back again to the Millers. They'll come to the near side this time. The roll shot won't go down. Great save in the middle. This one is off the block and down. Searing with the swing. The Millers with a double team block. They get a little momentum there at 5-3. An outstanding point and great defense that time by both teams, especially Noblesville. Millers have to win out to keep their season alive. Maldivar back to serve for the Millers, trailing 5-3. So Shorty comes down on the attack line, set near side for Watkins. She drives it off a defender. Millers keep it alive. They'll attack from the right corner. Yorktown cleans it off the floor. Searing will roll it over to Noblesville. Set in the middle. Big attack and a whistle by the up official. We've got a violation at the net. Yorktown get the point. Tigers. They've doubled up Noblesville early in game 3. That violation by Maddie Hine of Noblesville. Millers play it. Far pin. Big swing. Overpass. Millers get it off the tip from Rosenthal. Millers work at far corner. It's a little shot handled easily by Watkins. Tigers attack. They get it down from the middle attack from Ellie Miller. Another one from Ellie. Her 6th of the night. All of a sudden, it's 7-3 Yorktown. And there's trouble brewing over here on the Noblesville sideline. There's an ace. The serve grazed the net going over and died between two Noblesville players, and it's 8-3 Yorktown. Well, Miller's head coach, Steve Hawthorne, up exhorting his team to keep going. Another serve. This time the Millers play it clean into the far pin. Tigers have their attack underway on the inside tip for Miller. Tip right back to Yorktown. Miller will get another swing. Bam, off the defender, but Miller's shot is kept alive by Noblesville. Back over the net to Yorktown. Big swing, cross-court winner by Courtney Watkins. She drives it down to make it 3. Wow. Great action here in game 3. Millers play the serve. A stuffed tip back across the net by Watkins. Another point for Courtney and Yorktown. And we've got a stoppage in play. Steve Hawthorne says we got to stop the bleeding. Timeout, Noblesville in game 3. Yorktown 10, Noblesville 3 on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel.
Ball. An elbow to the ribs. A sudden flash of tempers. In sports, anything can happen in the heat of the moment. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you that when cooler heads prevail, everybody wins. When the game heats up, will you keep your cool? This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the Muncie Fieldhouse. Brian Beaver along with you. We are in game 3. Yorktown leads the match 2-0. This third set is all Tigers so far at 10-3. The timeout taken by Noblesville in the middle of a 5-0 Yorktown run. Tigers Kate Vinson still serving. Here comes the next one. Millers have it up. They'll set in the middle. Can't get the kill down. Yorktown comes to the corner. Watkins drives it off a defender. Millers have it on the far corner. Yorktown keeps it alive. They'll go to the middle. Tipped by Miller. Millers handle it. Come to the near pin. Swing off the block, and it's down. The kill will go to Claire Foster of Noblesville, and they break the run and make it 10-4. Side out, Noblesville. Back to serve it for the Millers is Kayla Thompson. Number 28. Short serve just over the net. Nice play by Murr. Tip over the net by Rosenthal. Look at the smile on her face. Bella with her third, make it her 4th kill, all on tips. And it's 11-4. Somebody in Yorktown with a restaurant ought to have a Bella Tips dinner. Rib tips. Just an idea. Miller's on the attack, and they'll get a kill on the attack in the middle on a swing from Lexi Bowler. 5 kills for her tonight. Claire Foster will check out. Abby Brown will check in for Noblesville. 11-5 contest. Yorktown waiting on the serve. Here it comes. They'll play it from Murr to Rosenthal. Set near side. Swing by Knuckles. Great dig by Noblesville. They'll attack on the left corner. Nothing doing. Rosenthal will set in the middle. Deep tip to the back row by Miller. It's down a foot from the end line. And that's another heady play by Ellie Miller. 7 kills for Ellie in the match here in regional championship match play. 12-5 Yorktown lead with Carly Matthews to serve. Here it comes. Deep to the middle back row. Hines will bump set it for a back row attack by Maldivar. She can't get it down. Great dig by Rosenthal to keep it alive. Yorktown rolls it back to Noblesville. Battle at the net, and Knuckles wins the battle. Noblesville wants an overtouch. They can't get it, though. Knuckles crammed it down for a stuff kill, and it's 13-5. Yorktown roaring in game 3. Noblesville is in steep trouble. They'll play it to the far pin. It's off the block and down in bounds for another Yorktown point. Alexa Roberts couldn't get it down, and it's 14-5. Yorktown running away from Noblesville here in game 3, putting on a clinic. Millers play it here on the near side, the slide play. Nothing doing for the Millers. Rosenthal sits over here, tipped by Knuckles. Nice job by the Millers to keep it alive. They tip it back to Yorktown. Rosenthal with a tip kill attempt. Nothing doing this time. There's a nice kill in the middle for Noblesville. As Lexi Bowler slams another ball from the middle position, she gets the kill. Out comes Alexa Roberts. In goes Stephanie Meisenborg for Noblesville as they trail it 14-6 here in a must-win game 3. Serve cross court. Knuckles passes to Rosenthal. She'll get the set right back. Tips it. Nothing doing this time. Short set. Another swing in the middle. This time Yorktown has it up. They swing it off the block, and it's down for another Noblesville point. On a block on the inside in the middle by Lexi Bowler to make it 14-7. Not a football game, but a football score here in game 3. Meisenborg has the next one in play. Rosenthal near the net. She'll tip it in the back corner. No way can she cover that much floor in the back row. It's another tip kill. Rosenthal with 5 of them to make it 15-7. In football, you would call that a single safety, and they can't cover the whole field, and neither can one back row player. Struggle with the serve. They'll bump set it far side. Amaldivar's shot is off the block right back to him. Great save, Hines, but they can't clean it up on the other side of the floor. Noblesville can't keep it clean, and it's 16-7. Yorktown running away by 9 points now. Rosenthal to serve. Here it comes. Near side back row. They'll set in the middle. Another shot nearly down, but Yorktown's defense keeps it off the floor. They set for Searing. Her shot won't go over, and it's down for a Noblesville point. 16-8 game. Yorktown has doubled up the Millers. They've got to score about 7 or 8 in a row, really, to have any realistic chance with Everingham serving. Searing to Rosenthal. The set for Knuckles. Nice dig by Noblesville to keep it off the floor. A tip to Yorktown. Right back at him up the defense, and a violation. Called on Caitlin Shunnison of Yorktown at the net to make it 16-9. Noblesville looking for a big, big run. Everingham serving it again. High, short. Rosenthal will set it inside for Shunnison. She tries to tip to the deep near corner. It's out of bounds. That makes it 16-10. That's 3 points in a row for the Millers. Everingham still serving. High, short again, down on the attack line. Rosenthal will set in the middle, tipped by Knuckles. It's over the double team block in front of the libero for the point to make it 17-10 Yorktown. I've got Knuckles for 12 kills and 2 aces in the match unofficially. And at 17-10, it's Knuckles to serve for the Tigers as they lead by 7. Hines will set it in the middle. Little slide play in the middle, nothing doing. Comes over the net. Millers keep it alive. They'll roll it back over to Yorktown. Set in the middle from Rosenthal to the pin. Watkins drives it off a Miller player. They'll go to the far side. Amaldivar's shot is snuffed out by a double team block. They'll go right back to her again. Yorktown solves it. This set is from Knuckles to Watkins. Millers keep her ball in play. There's a set in the middle. Great shot. A middle attack and a kill for Emily Kaiser. 6 for her. The Millers are hanging around at 17-11. Noblesville trailing Yorktown in game 3 by 6 points, trailing 2-0 in the match. They've got to win everything from now till Sunday. Maddie Hine will serve it. Yorktown plays it to the far corner. Great swing and a missile from Searing to make it 18-11. Hine tried to play it, couldn't do it. Searing with her 7th kill. Kylie Murda serve for Yorktown at 18-11 Tigers. Hine will set in the middle. The swing is handled by Yorktown. Here's a back swing. And now Murr with a roll over to Noblesville. It's off the net and down for another Yorktown point. Ellie Miller is going to get credit for a block. That makes it 19-11, and Yorktown is 6 points away, closing out the regional. Kylie Murr doing the serving. Here it comes. Low, just over the net and hard. Miller's play at far side. Almodovar has it off the block. Tigers keep it alive. They set near side off the block right back to Yorktown. Here's a set to the far corner. Searing off the block, out of bounds for the point. Another kill for Tegan Searing. 8 for her in the game and in the match, and it's 20-11. Yorktown 5 points from a broom job in the regional championship match. Stand there and serve it again, and she comes over the net just short. Soft. Millers get the attack and the kill in the middle. Emily Kaiser's been money in there all night in the middle for Noblesville. They make it 20-12, but they're bleeding faster than they can be transfused right now. Millers will serve it with Almodovar to do it. Yorktown has no trouble. They leave it for Searing. Her swing is dug beautifully by Hine. Noblesville will attack on the left corner. Their shot is down. A beauty. Cross-court winner from Alexa Roberts. Her third kill of the night, and it's 20-13. Yorktown out in front. Side out for the Millers. They need a service run in the worst way. Easy serve to handle. Yorktown goes to the slide. Miller tips this time. Searing tips it back off the block. And here come the Millers in a back row attack by Almodovar. Too strong, too long, out of bounds. And Yorktown is 4 points away at 21-13 on the hitting error by Lexi Almodovar. Yorktown to serve it. Millers play it into the net, and it's down. They can't get a return. That'll be an ace for Kate Vincent. She's got 2 of them in the contest, 22-13. Next one in play. Miller's struggling to stay alive. Swing from the right pin. Yorktown handles it. Right here from Rosenthal to Watkins. They tip it over here. Out of bounds off the block for the point. And Yorktown leads 23-13 on the Watkins kill, her 5th. 2 points away from a sweep. Yorktown 23, Noblesville 13. Millers play this one, far side. Swing, rocket, winner. Down the sideline off the defense by Alexa Roberts. That's her 4th kill to make it 23-14. Side out for the Millers. They'll serve it with Kayla Thompson. Yorktown 2 points from a regional title and a trip to the Final Four in 4A. Now whistle as the ball gets away from the ball girls on the far side, and we're all set to go. Long pause by Thompson. Here comes her serve. It's a shorty. Yorktown plays it up for the slide. Miller buries another kill. A winner to make it match point. Yorktown leads 24-14 on the Ellie Miller rocket right into the meat of the defense. Her 9th kill, and you hear the fans in green across the way. Serving for the match, Ellie Stinson. They'll set it far side. Here's the swing. Dug easily by Yorktown. Rosenthal comes to Knuckles. She puts one off the defense. Miller's keeping in play. Here's a tip. Yorktown going for the match. Here's a tip by Knuckles. Nearly down behind with a great one-hand dig. Now the Millers keep it in play. They're out of system. Back row attack roll right back to Yorktown. Can they close it here? Miller swings. It's down! Yorktown with the kill! Yorktown with the win! 25-14. Here in game 3, they win the match in a sweep. 3-0. How sweep it is. Yorktown is the regional champion in 2014 and 2017. They've done it again. Yorktown celebrating. Bella Rosenthal as big a smile as you'll ever see on her face. It's over. Tigers are going to the Final Four. The final score in game 3, Yorktown 25, Noblesville 14. Back with a post game after this timeout on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. Do not go away. We'll be right back.
Everybody loves a good sports movie.
I've seen Rudy 10 times.
I love Hoosiers. If there were a sports movie about steroids, it might be called The Myth, the truth and the consequences. The myth is that steroids are good for your game. The truth is they're bad for you and the sport you play. And the long-term consequences on your health are downright ugly.
That's one movie I think I'll skip.
High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
He worked out early, practiced late, and studied well into the night. The next day, he did it all over again.
She missed time hanging out and socializing with friends so she could make it on time to practices and games.
He became a top student and a confident leader, even as he helped his team win back-to-back conference titles.
She became a role model in her community, even as she led her team to an undefeated season.
And when they finished playing high school sports, what did they do next?
She graduated from college with honors and went to work for a successful company.
He attended graduate school and became a difference maker in his community.
Because that's what student athletes in Indiana do. They use the skills they develop playing high school sports today
to do even bigger things in life tomorrow.
High school sports.
A winning part of a complete education.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Have you noticed? Sports today are different. Today's athletes are bigger and stronger. They run faster, jump higher, and hit harder than ever before. But there is one thing that hasn't changed about sports, and that's the importance of practicing sportsmanship. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we like to remind you that winning isn't everything. The way you play matters, and a true champion plays the game with respect. For the opponent, for the coaches, and for the officials. True champions practice sportsmanship with the same degree of intensity that they play the games themselves. Sports may evolve, athletes may change, but the mark of a true champion will always be the same. Play like a champion. Practice sportsmanship. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
From Jamestown to Jonesville, from North Salem to South Milford, from River Forest to Grass Creek. No matter where you live in Indiana, you can enjoy high school sports coverage at its very best on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. It's 35 powerhouse radio stations, Fox Sports Indiana, and the World Wide Web, combining their vast resources to blanket the state, the Midwest, and the world with the purest, most riveting presentation of high school sports in America. From Anderson to Attica, Kendallville to Kokomo, follow the high school sports that make our state great all season long. Thank you, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and welcome home.
Welcome back to the Muncie Fieldhouse. I'm Brian Beaver. Thanks for being along for the ride tonight. Yorktown is going to the Final Four. They win the Muncie Central Regional, defeating Noblesville tonight in straight sets. 3-0, 25-19, 25-18, 25-14. The Tigers are one of 4 teams left in 4A volleyball in 2017 after being boosted up in the success factor rule. And boy, are they cooking right now. Yorktown played great. Noblesville played outstanding volleyball, especially in Game 1. They gave Yorktown all they wanted in Games 1 and 2, and then kind of unraveled in Game 3 when it became apparent that Yorktown was going to win this one, going away, and they did. They put a broom job down, their second sweep today. How sweep it is, baby, and they are going to the North Semi-State next weekend. Great performance unofficially on the sheet. Kenzie Knuckles with 12 kills, 2 aces for Yorktown, 10 kills for Ellie Miller, 8 for Tegan Searing, 5 each for Courtney Watkins and Bella. Front row setter tip kill Rosenthal. And the Tigers played a great contest tonight. On the other side of the ledger, Lexia Maldivar with 8 kills unofficially for Noblesville. 7 from Emily Kaiser, 6 for Lexi Bowler, 4 for Alexa Roberts. I see 2 for Abby Brown, unofficially for the Millers of Noblesville. They will finish the season at 23-14. Yorktown improves to 36-2 on the season. Pretty doggone impressive. And there's the class of 2040 in front of me right there. A little one. And that's the important thing. Forget volleyball. The baby's more important. Everybody will tell you that one. But Yorktown wins it going away. Little kiss from Dad there for the little one. That's a pretty cool moment right there. So Yorktown advances. Noblesville checks out. They'll go back down I-69, capping off a pretty good season at 23-14. We'll take another break. We're going to be back more on the postgame show after this timeout. Yorktown going on to the Final Four here in Muncie, Indiana. We'll be back with more after this.
From Jamestown to Jonesville, from North Salem to South Milford, from River Forest to Grass Creek. No matter where you live in Indiana, you can enjoy high school sports coverage at its very best on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. It's 35 powerhouse radio stations, Fox Sports Indiana, and the World Wide Web, combining their vast resources to blanket the state, the Midwest, and the world with the purest, most riveting presentation of high school sports in America. From Anderson to Attica, Kendallville to Kokomo, follow the high school sports that make our state great all season long. Thank you, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and welcome home.
Is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, oh, I love world history. Baseball, wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
There's still a place. There's still a place where performance is enhanced by extra effort, not by performance-enhancing drugs. There's still a place where contracts are between coaches and players, and the terms are non-negotiable. There's still a place where an edge is something you gain by working harder than your opponent. There's still a place where sport is pure. That place is the high school in your community. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we believe that while competition can be fierce, it doesn't change the fact that it's only a game. The goal may be to win, but the point is to have fun. And if you want to be reminded of just how great sports can be when they're played the right way, then the place to be is at a high school sporting event in your community. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Welcome back to Muncie Fieldhouse. Brian Beaver along with you. This one is in the books, and it belongs to the Yorktown Tigers as they win a regional title tonight, sweeping Noblesville 3-0, 25-19, 25-18, 25-14. That seals a 2-0 day, both in sweeps. Yorktown beat Zionsville earlier today, 25-23, 28-26. 25-14. So a pair of broom jobs today by the Tigers, and they've won for the 36th time this season, just 2 losses, and Yorktown is 2 wins away championship. be interesting to see who they end up playing next weekend in either Plymouth or Frankfort. It's an excellent day to be a Yorktown volleyball fan, and they really did a great job getting it done. And they're going on. And their goal is still in front of them, and their goal is to win the state championship, and they're very much alive to get that done. Team. Going to stick around just a little bit. Maybe we'll get a player or two to come over, maybe not, but I want to make sure we stay with it long enough to give them a chance in this one tonight. Yorktown with just those 2 losses, one to Avon early in the year, one to Newcastle without Rosenthal late in the year. And Bella's out there posing for photos with little girls who want to be Bella Rosenthal, the next one, in about 10 years. That's a very cool thing. So, Yorktown just does what they do. They're fantastic. They're great at running their stuff. They make very few mistakes. I think they really only made one glaring error all night long. And they beat a really good team. Noblesville is not corned beef hash. They're a good team. Zionsville is an outstanding team. And Yorktown just smacked them around at the end. Tigers are going on to the Final Four. We'll take one last break and then close it out here on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. Don't go away.
It's your ticket to an evening out that won't break the bank. It's your ticket to explosive runs, acrobatic catches, and game-saving tackles. It's your ticket to an experience you'll never forget. It's your ticket to the IHSAA State Football Tournament. Attending a tournament football game is a fun and affordable way to see sports played the way they were meant to be, for the pure love of it. The Indianapolis Colts and the Indiana High School Athletic Association invite you to be part of Indiana's rich tradition of high school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure state tournament excitement. The drama is set to kick off. Do you have your ticket? There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Indiana develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
How's that for irony in the bumper music? Running Down a Dream by Tom Petty, and that's what Yorktown is in the middle of. Running down a dream. The Tigers win tonight. Going away, they sweep Noblesville and take the regional championship in 3 straight, 25-19, 25-18, 25-14. It's been a fantastic day, capping off the most recent days in a fantastic year for Yorktown back in 4A. And, here they are, going back to the Final Four again. And you can't say enough about how good these kids play volleyball and how well they play volleyball. They're so good at executing the things they do for Stephanie Bloom. And, you just can't say enough about how good they are at X's and O's and making sure they're where they need to be and doing what they need to do on every single ball. And they win going away. And they make it look easy. It is not easy at all. And they win tonight in 3 straight. Courtney Watkins is going to come grab the microphone and get a little love. Courtney Watkins. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys played great today, twice.
Yes.
You played pretty good volleyball yourself. How's it feel to be a regional champion?
It feels amazing. I mean, this is my first year playing on varsity and actually getting in, working hard. It just feels great. It feels amazing.
When you're out there to put balls away, and you put away, I got you for 5 kills tonight in the championship match.
Yes.
You guys played 2 really outstanding matches today against 2 really good teams.
Yes. Very great teams.
Do you feel like you're playing about as well as you guys have played all year, or you think you can play even better than this?
Better than this. I mean, from the beginning, we were kind of scrappy. We didn't know how we were, but as the season's gone by, we've gotten really better. And I think that if we just keep practicing over and over, getting dialed in, then we could be even better.
What's the best part about being on this team?
Yes, very.
What's the best part?
The best part of being on this team is just having fun, being a big, huge family, and getting along with people. I mean, with a team like this, it's just amazing.
You know, I look at the stats, and I'm not going to nitpick, guys, but earlier today you got behind 5-0 to start your afternoon match, and you trailed in each one of the games. You came back to win. Tonight, you trailed in game 1, trailed in game 3. You come back and win anyway. How do you guys find the resiliency it takes to just say, big deal, we'll take a timeout, we'll regroup, we'll go do what we do?
Well, what we do is just come in, get together, talk about what we've done, and then just get it out of our mind and pretend it's in the past. Just let it go. Once we let it go, we just get on our A game and just go.
Last question. When that last shot hit the floor and you knew you were going to the Final Four, what went through your mind? How'd it feel?
I can't explain it. It's just amazing. I jumped off my feet, got in the air. I was so happy. Coach cried. Everyone cried. We were so happy. We worked so hard for this. It was just amazing.
Well, thanks for stopping by. Pass the mic to your teammate, Ellie Miller, and we'll chat with her for a moment. And congratulations.
All righty. Thank you.
Courtney Watkins. Here comes Ellie Miller, who I'm going to nickname the queen of the tip kills on the slide and wearing out the back row.
I like my tips.
Yeah, well done. Between the tips and the slide, you have it all figured out. But all kidding aside, you guys played great twice today.
Thank you.
You're regional champions. You're going to the Final Four. It must seem like old hat. You've seen this with your sister and other people growing up. But what's it like to win the regional?
Basically, it's just pure happiness. I mean, like, we moved up to 4A, and it's just crazy how much confidence we've gained and how much we've just grown as a team and together. And watching my sister play over the years, it's basically like I want to relive that. It's giving me hope and happiness, and I enjoy it. I really do.
I know Coach was quoted in the newspaper saying that she told you guys that she thought you could win state, and she wasn't sure whether you guys believed you could win state when the tournament began. You're 5 wins in. Do you believe you can do it now?
Oh, I believe it. I believe it for sure. We just have to keep growing and getting better, and we just got to keep that confidence up. And I know we struggled for a few weeks believing that we can make it, but we can make it. I know it.
All kidding aside, when they call the play and you run the slide to the right side and you get that set from Bella and you know you're going to put this ball away, what does that feel like?
It's just like a gut feeling, you know, just like I got this, and like it's just a reassurance that we can gain momentum off that hit, and that's what my goal is.
I asked Courtney whether she thought you guys were playing your best right now or whether you could play even better. You think you can play better?
We can play better, for sure. For sure.
What do you need to do better?
I believe we just need to basically just let all the worst go and all the bad go, and we just got to keep moving on. We got to keep getting better.
Have a short memory and shake off the bad plays and go to the next ball.
Exactly.
You guys are 2 wins away from a state title. Chance to play at Worthen if you can win next Saturday. But and I'm sure you were there to see the championships with your sister and teams before that. But has it really sunk in yet that you're that close to having one of your own?
No, and I think it will once we get to semi-state. Honestly, I think it will sink in, and we'll be like, yeah, we got this, and have that confidence to push on.
Well, thanks for stopping by. I know you guys need to get on the bus, but congratulations and well done.
Thank you.
She's Ellie Miller. She's from the Yorktown Tigers. Well done today. All right. Thanks for Courtney Watkins and Ellie Miller giving us a few minutes of their time, and they go get ice and get on the bus and go home and celebrate with the fun people, the cool people, and not some old broadcaster. But We appreciate both of them stopping by. So, what a night for Yorktown volleyball, you know. All they do is go to 36-2, and they're 2 wins from a state championship. What else is new on Tiger Drive? So, the final score for the final time here in the championship match at the Muncie Fieldhouse in 4A. Yorktown wins the regional, beating Noblesville 25-19, 25-18, 25-14. This match will be archived, so if you have friends and relatives who didn't hear it live, they can hear it again shortly. It'll be archived in about 5 minutes, and you can play it as many times as you want. So that'll do it for tonight. Yorktown going to the semi-state in the north next weekend. Don't know who they'll play, but they'll give them all they can handle. For all of us at Beaver Media, I'm Brian Beaver. Thanks for being along for the ride tonight. We'll talk to you next time on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. We'll see you then. So long, everybody.